Today we're going to discuss the how-to and why you should market your business education program. Why is it difficult to get students to enroll in business education courses? What challenges are there in convincing students to take business education classes? The two biggest reasons are competition and understanding. There is lots of competition for student choices. In recent years, there have been more requirements for graduation at state and local levels. Whether it's adding art credits or STEM credits or other credits, it makes it harder for students to find room in their schedule for business classes. Changes in schedules can make it more difficult for students to find room in their schedule to take classes too. At Jefferson, where I work, a few years back, we switched from a 4-period day to a 6-period day to save money. This decreased student elective options by 24%. Our school went from having 3 teachers in each art, tech ed, and FACS to 1 teacher in each of those departments because students were more limited in the number of elective classes they could take. AP courses often carry weighted GPA and potential college credit, so students often are pulled towards taking those classes as well. Business education classes are certainly not the only electives in a school either. Students have lots of choices in most schools of what classes they want to take. We as business teachers need to make our classes relevant and important to encourage students to take them. Another big challenge is getting students and parents to understand what business education classes are. Many parents, especially, have an older view of what business education is. Some of it comes from a historical perspective of what it was, and some of it comes from misinformation. Often, business education is just seen as keyboarding. While keyboarding is an important class in business education programs, it isn't and doesn't have to be what the entire department is about. Sometimes, students see business education classes are for non-college bound students only. We need to show them that business education classes are helping prepare students for college and careers. Many students want college credit. As we mentioned earlier, they see AP courses as the avenue to do that, but they don't think about business courses that have articulated credit. Many business departments work with their local community colleges and offer credit for the high school courses if it meets most of the same course outcomes as the college's equivalent course. Lastly, students do not see or understand the value in learning that business education courses provide. They do not see the lifelong and career skills that they will be gaining. We, as business education teachers, need to be the ones promoting our classes and helping students see the value in them. This is hard work. Many teachers choose not to promote their programs. It takes a lot of time to do it. Some teachers don't have the time or don't make the time to do it. Some teachers have a hard time figuring out how to do it. Each school has different rules about how classes can be promoted. It's difficult to find the best way to do it. Some teachers simply don't care enough about their programs to do it. Maybe they're close to retirement, or they feel secure in their jobs, or for other reasons they choose not to promote their programs. Sometimes teachers have tried in the past and failed, so they don't see the work of promoting their departments as important, and they don't see the benefits of doing it. Sometimes, when there are multiple teachers in the department, they have different ideas and cannot agree on a strategy of how to promote their department. Promotion is a very difficult and time-consuming endeavor. To grow your department and to get your students excited about registering for your classes, it is a very important part. So who do we need to promote our departments to? Who do we need to show that our departments are strong and doing great things? First is the administration. We need the principals to see the departments as valuable. They are the ones that are putting together schedules and class sizes and registration numbers. They have a lot of power in how FTEs are distributed. Help them understand the great things your students are learning. Invite them to see student projects and presentations. Act professionally in your school. Dress like a business professional. Be on time to meetings. Volunteer to be on committees like a technology committee. Make a good, lasting impression on them. Make them see how valuable your department is. Parents are influential in helping students choose their classes too. Help them to get involved. Many of them work as business professionals in many different capacities. Have them come in and be guest speakers. Get them to judge DECA and BPA competitions. Even if you do not have DECA or BPA, you can have them come into your classroom and help them evaluate your projects and presentations. This will help them see all the great things that are happening in your class. Other teachers have influence on students too. In your conversations with those teachers, help them see how your classes are connected to theirs. Show English teachers you have writing in your marketing plans. Show math teachers how you have problem solving in personal finance. The more they know about your classes, the more they can encourage students who have an interest in those things to take your classes. Even helping other teachers with their technology issues can be a big thing. It shows them you know about technology and that you can teach it to students. When students have technology problems, those teachers will remember that you know how to do it and are teaching students how to as well. So they may encourage students to take your class to learn that skill. Meet with the counselors. They need to understand your classes. They meet with students often who are trying to figure out which classes to take. The better they understand your program, the better they can find good students to fit what you need. Obviously, the most important people to talk to are the students. Here are some ways that you might be able to reach out to them. Invite students to take another class of yours. You know their interests, you know what they like about your class. Personally invite them to take another class. It shows the students that you care about them and you want them to take another class with you. Have marketing materials. Hang signs in the hallways of what your classes do. Invite students into your classroom for an open house to see other students' projects, maybe during lunch, maybe before or after school. Send letters or postcards home to select students in your target market to encourage them to take a class from you. Use your co-curricular activities to promote your classes. Show them that DECA runs your school store. Tell them about BPA leadership conferences. Get your name out there. Have a DECA dance or sponsor a blood drive or other service project. Make sure you include your DECA and BPA competition winners in the school announcements for everyone to hear. There are so many ways to tell students about your programs. Ask another teacher if you can have 5 minutes at the beginning of their class to talk to their students about your program. Try to do that with 8th graders at the middle school too. Honestly, word of mouth is a huge recruitment tool. Make sure your classes are great and friends will tell friends. Have students share their designs or projects with the school. Let students come in and play video games that your students have created in class. Promote to the local paper. Papers report on student sports. They will report on other activities that students are doing too. The more students get recognized, the more they feel important. Your class, your program needs to make them feel important. Give students certificates for completing multiple classes in your program. Maybe it is if students take 3 classes in a pathway or 5 classes in a cluster. It doesn't matter the details. It just encourages them to take multiple classes from you. There are a million ways to promote your program other than discussed here. Find the way that works best for you and your school. Be creative. Have fun with it. Build your program into a strong program that students want to join.